I'm Melanie Traylor. I have been quilting since 2008. I consider myself a quilter, a pattern designer, a fabric designer, an author, and I run Mandarin Make, the fabric shop. I started quilting, like I said, in 2008, and I haven't ever stopped. If I'm at home, I'm definitely working on a quilt. The only time I can get away from quilts is when I actually leave my house. If I'm here, I'm quilting. All right, so you are here because you're interested in learning how to finish your quilt. When I first started making quilts, I was on a very tiny budget, and that's what motivated me to learn how to finish quilts myself. There have been times where I sent off my quilt to a long armor, but I still, even today, consider that a little bit of a luxury that I don't always have the time for or have the money for. So being able to finish my own quilts is not only something that I love to do, it's something that sometimes I have to do. So that's what this class is all about, to get you from quilt top to finished quilt. I'm going to show you very thoroughly and very detailed how to accomplish that and multiple ways of doing that. We'll start this class out learning how to baste. I'm going to show you 2 different methods for basting. Then we're going to move on to quilting. I know that quilting videos on YouTube are some of the most popular videos for us to watch as quilters, but a lot of times they don't show you the getting started, the very, very basic part. How do I put this weird looking foot on my machine? This class is going to cover that. We're going to cover straight line quilting, and we're going to cover free motion quilting. We're going to learn the very nitty gritty basics of getting started, and then we're going to blossom on each of those skills. If you're interested in straight line quilting, you're going to learn how to put the foot on your machine. You're going to learn about thread. You're going to learn about feet. You're going to learn all those details. And you're not going to just learn about how to get started, but you're going to be able to progress in that. There's 3 different lessons on straight line quilting. Free motion quilting, there's a lot more lessons because it's a lot more complicated and it's a lot more versatile. So we're going to learn again about feet. We're going to learn about thread. We're going to learn nitty-gritty basics again, but we're also going to learn how to do more complicated designs like making feathers. So think very, very beginning, like the meandering all over your quilt, to much harder designs. We'll go from the easy to the hard stuff. All right, so after the quilting, we are going to work on our binding. And I'm teaching 3 different lessons in binding. I'm teaching machine binding, chunky hand stitch binding, and traditional binding. Along the way, I'm going to tell you about approaches to think about different skills. So when to use this, when to use that, or the way I personally decide which type of binding I'm going to use, which type of quilting I'm going to use, things like that. We're going to cover everything. This class is completely self-paced. You can whip through this class. You can go really slow through this class. You can stop and start. You can go a year, come back to it, and get a refresher on what you've forgotten. At the end of this class, you will be able to finish your quilts in multiple ways. I really do hope that you will join me.